those of you that have not taken part in Diksha ceremony, initiation ceremony, at least I personally am accustomed to reciting Sri Brahma Samhita, which you see on the screen. So I'll follow my cadence. I move quickly. And if you don't follow my cadence, I'll just speak louder so that you follow my cadence. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana Chintamani Parasattva Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Prakesha Surabhira Vipayantam Lakshmi Sastra Sambrama Srimanayam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Vajami Venumantamarvindalayasham Bharmavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandarvakoti Ramani Vishesha Shoham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Vajami Prabodha Chandrakala Sardanamali Vamshi Ratnam Pranam Pranayati Kalavilasam Shyamam Shivam Gavaritam Yatha Prakasham Govindamani Purusham Namaham Vajami Andani Yasya Sakalirviya Viddimanti Pashyanti Pati Kalayanti Shiram Charanti Ananda Shimaya Sarunshvala Vigrahasya Govindamani Purusham Namaham Vajami Advaitam Achyutam Anantarupam Adham Purana Purusham Navayavalam Sha Deveshu Durlabam Durlabam Bhaktam Govindamani Purusham Namaham Vajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampadamyo Vayo Ratavi Manaso Vaikundavanam Soprasya Sindhu Vichincha Tattve Govindamani Purusham Namaham Vajami Eko Kyasam Jagadanta Kotim Yashakti Rasti Jagadanta Chayayananta Andata Rasta Paramana Chayata Rastam Govindamani Purusham Namaham Vajami Yatma bhakti virochadena sankapsadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaram
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami
Ramadi Murtishpatani Amega Tishtam Narahavataramakarova Ganeshu Pinto Krishna Swayam Sabhavaparamakrumanyo
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami Yasya Prabhava Prabhava Jagannaproti
Koti Vashesha Vasudhani Vibhuti Vinnam Tad Brahmanishkalamanantam Vashesha Bhutam
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami
Maya Yasya Gadanashatani Sutre Traipunyatam Vishayasheda Vishayamana Sattvavatami Varisattvam Vishura Sattvam
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami Ananda Chinmaya
Satyamanassu Yaprayinam Variparam Smartam Vedya Leelayatina Bhuvanaya Jagatyajasram
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami
Golokami Nidami Tareta Tasya Devi Mahesha Hariyasu Teshu Teshu Tete Prabhavi Jyati Tasya Yena
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami Srishti Sthiti
Prayasana Shakti Rekha Chaye Prasya Bhuvanani Bharati Durga Itchadurupamamiyasya Titesa Tesa
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami
Shiram Yakadati Vikara Shesha Yoga Sanjayate Anitatam Prativasti Hetoho Yatsam Buddham Vitakar Samapaitikara
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami
Deepachadeva Vishwamharam Abhyupetra Deepayate Pratakeshu Samana Karma Yastadradeva Vishnu Tayavihati
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vadami
Yatkanana Vajareva Natisma Yoga Nigramananta Jagadanna Sarova Kuppara Adhara Shakti Mapalam Yapalam Swamurti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasyaisha Disputita Kalanatavalamya Jivanti Loma Vidaja Jagadannaha Vishnu Mahansa Yasya Katani Shesho Govindamadi
Purusham Tamaham
Bhajami Bhaskanyataṁ Shakaneshu Najeshu Teja Sriham Vyatakalayatra Vitadvatatra Brahma Yesha Jagadanya Vinaya Karta Govindamadi
Purusham Tamaham
Bhajami Yatpala Pallava Yugam Vinidhaya Kumbha Dvandve Pranama Samaye Saganadi Raja Vinidhaya Maham Anapasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi
Purusham Tamaham Vadami Agnim Mahivanam Amrudishasya
Kalasatam Manasita Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vigavanti Vishanti Yamcha Govindamadi
Purusham Tamaham
Bhajami Yakshakshadesa Sakatasa Kalagrahanam Raja Samasta Suramutra Shesha Teja Yasyanyayamrati Samrajakala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Dharmotapava Nijayashutayastapamsi Brahmadi Kheta Padagavadayasta Jiva Yatatmatra Vikava Prakata Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasmin Gopatane Namahosta Karma Vandana Rupa Padavachanam Atanoti Karmani Nirdhita Kintu Bhakti Rajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yam Krodapam Samajam Pranayati Viti Vatsalya Moha Guragora Vasena Bhavai Sanchilka Tasya Satushinkaram Aparete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shri Akanta Kanta Parama Purusha Parapatarho Dhruva Bhumi Chintamani Kadamani Toyam Amritam Kathanam natyam damadam api vanshi priyasaki Chidanandam jogi paramapi jalasvadyam api cha Saryat prakshunami shavati sravami yasya sumaha Niveshadhyabhyo va vrajati yahi yathapi samaya Ajeshveta vidvantamaham iha govapatiyam Vidantaste santashati varalachara Katipaye Ishvara Parama
Sarasvananda Virade Govinda Sarvakaranam.
Purified. The mantras we just chanted are given to us by Lord Brahma. A little history. Brahma spoke 100 chapters or texts, and this is chapter 5 out of 100. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the course of his travels in South India, was given a copy, and he authorized the content, and the content is very, very wonderful, besides the refrain and the purifying sound vibration. It's a description, the list of what Sri Brahma Samhita describes as a long list, but it's the creation of Govinda in his different aspects of the material and his manifestations in the spiritual realm. And of course, the initial verse says it all. Ishvara, Parama, Krishna, Sachit Ananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakaran Parama. Very important teaching by the original preceptor of our Sampradaya, Lord Brahma, who by chanting the mantras he received prior to this Sri Brahma Samhita recitation, according to the language of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he became well acquainted with the ocean of truth. How'd you like to become well acquainted with the ocean of truth? And these verses are drops of that ocean of truth. Following in the line of Lord Brahma, we have our disciplic succession. Of course, Madhva, Rama, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. That's our disciplic succession. And the followers of Lord Chaitanya, they speak the words of Lord Chaitanya, and those words of Lord Chaitanya are encoded in various places, particularly Chaitanya Charitamrita. But very important is the diary kept by Srup Damodar. This is a little history, but intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri for the number of years that he remained in Jagannath Puri. Srup Damodar and Ramananda Roy were his constant companions, and they understood everything about him. They experienced firsthand his pastimes, but also they were so intimate in their association with him that they understood his moods. They engaged in the service of enhancing his moods by singing or reciting various prayers that were nurturing and enhancing and expanding his moods of ecstatic love for Krishna. So they kept diaries, and those diaries later became, there's a sequence of events, but they became an essential part of the history that we know, the biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life. And he, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, gave us this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, along with many, many teachings in relation to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And to one of those teachings in relation to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is important verses from Scripture, which we'll mention because of the initiation ceremony today. Brahmanda Parmite Kona Bhagavanji, Guru Krishna Prasadi Bhai Bhakti Lata Beach. You all know the verse, most of us know the verse. Mahaprabhu spoke it. By the mercy, the combined mercy of Guru and Krishna, Guru Krishna Prasadi, the Bhakti Lata Bija is received. And it's rare to receive that seed according to the traditional part. Brahmanda, Brahmite, Kona, when one is wandering and who knows how many lifetimes, too many lifetimes, wandering and sojourning lifetime after lifetime in this universe, Brahmanda, one species up and down, all around. One living entity may become very fortunate. Bhagyavan. It's a nice word. Bhagyavan. Bhagyavan means one who received the mercy of Bhagavan. And Bhagavan has all opulences. Bhagavan likes giving mercy. And some people say yes, and some people say no, and some people say, let me think about it. Those who say yes and receive that mercy, they become Bhagyavan, very fortunate recipients of the mercy of Bhagavan. And that mercy that they receive, according to this nice teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they receive the Bhakti Lata Bija. From seed comes a creeper of Bhakti. Bhakti Lata starts with the seed. And there's very, very nice teachings, elaborate teachings on what's that seed. Have you ever wondered? It's good to wonder. Trying to understand Prabhupada's words. What's that seed? What is that very special seed? And according to Jiva Goswami and his Bhakti Sandarbha, that seed is something that's within already and something that's received both. That is, that something that's received is the revival of our desire to be engaged in Krishna service. Because the essence of bhakti is to be engaged in Krishna service. And the seed is the desire to be engaged in Krishna service. So, I have to be reminded to put the microphone closer, because I need reminders. So, the tendency, the inclination, the spirit to wish to be engaged in Krishna service, that's it, that's the seed. And then the seed that one received from the combined mercy of Guru and Krishna awakens that which is already within. That which is already within is who we really are. And who we really are is Nitya Krishna Das, the eternal servant of Krishna. That's our spiritual identity, eternal servant of Krishna. But it's covered or forgotten. And the seed is the tendency, revival of that tendency to be engaged in service to Krishna favorably, that Krishna should be pleased. And that's it. And then we do the rest of what we do. From that seed of bhakti, from Bhakti Devi, given to us through the representatives, Gurun, plural, the spiritual masters who give us the seed, this awakening of a tendency to want to serve Krishna, and then the nurturing of the seed. I'll share a little Prabhupada story. I'm going to share two Prabhupada stories, appropriate for initiation. One of them is that receiving the seed of devotion requires some nourishment. And it's a longer story, but I'll make it a shorter story. Prabhupada said, preaching means, he held his hand in the air. You see a spark, and you fan the spark. He moved his hand like this. Not too much. Too much, you blow up, you extinguish the spark. Little. Fan the spark. And preaching means the spark becomes a flame. And then he looked around and said, his morning walk in Vrindavan, then looked around and said, and when one becomes a very qualified preacher, that little flame becomes a big blaze. And his eyes got really big. One of those Prabhupada's big eyes. Look. And Prabhupada was one who could make a big blaze. But he also did the fanning of the spark. He was an instrument, an agent, an authorized agent of Krishna to give that seed of bhakti. Agent of Krishna and agent of Bhakti Devi, both. They go well together. And through the process of fanning the spark, there comes this stage. This bhajana kriya is the product of sadhu sangha. Sadhus, what do sadhus do? Sadhus engage people in shravana and kirtan, the fanning the spark. And so when you're with sadhus, you do with sadhus what sadhus do, bhajana kriya. Together, you hear and chant, and you fan your spark and fan other sparks in association with other sadhus. That's bhajana kriya. And this stage of initiation, which is this evening, is a stage where the person that's become a nice steady flame, the person has been recognized by their peers and the authorities that here's a person that's committed to the process of hearing and chanting, specifically the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and other forms of devotional service, and their character represents one who is living a life of devotion to Krishna. And so the Harinam Diksha, traditionally, Prabhupada would speak, that comes during the Bhajana Kriya stage. During the Bhajana Kriya stage means that there are still some anarthas or unwanted things within. In other words, this isn't an indication that the person is now a perfect Vaishnava, but they're committed to the process of hearing and chanting, and they have done so with some consistency and some regularity, and they're following certain restrictions because that enhances the flame to grow and become a nice fire, a blaze. So that's Harinam Diksha. And Harinam Diksha, fortunately we picked a nice time, or the organizers of this event picked a nice time when there's deity darshan, because vows are taken to continue with the process of hearing and chanting nicely before the deities. And since Nrsimha Kavacha is here, and all the rest of you are also here, my understanding of the original Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra deities goes like this. In the West Coast, I believe it was San Francisco, the Malati Dasi found at an Indian shop, there's a name, Pier Imports. So they had these little figurines, maybe some of you have seen, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, all in one piece of wood. And little miniature pieces. You've seen, many of you have seen. So she thought, wow, maybe that's Indian. So she bought them and brought them to Prabhupada and showed them to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada immediately paid his obeisances before the little Jagannath deities. And he then, in short order, arranged for Shyamasundar, the husband of Malati, to carve Jagannath deities so we could have a Rath Yatra in San Francisco. The first Jagannath deities in ISKCON were carved by Shyamasundar in the likings of, and Prabhupada gave descriptions of how he wanted the deities carved, what they should look at, how they should be painted, etc. And the deity form is not different than Krishna. So vows are taken before the form of Krishna, here, Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, forms of Krishna and his brother and his sister. And so that, this is, I want to emphasize the importance of vows. Just this morning, I received a letter from someone who was initiated some years ago, and they maintained their vows, but something happened. This and that happened, and they're using Bhakti Vinod Thakur's language, their submission slackened, and so their practice is slackened, and their vows went down. The chanting vows and the restriction vows went down. So you don't take vows with the intention that I'm just going to get 5 gold stars on my report card, and then I go. That's it. Rather specifically, submission is ongoing. There's a teaching that says just once. Lord Ramachandra said, one who takes shelter of me even once, sincerely, I accept and give him protection. Which is true, because like this one devotee, they took vows sincerely, and then time passed and slackening in their submission. And now they're buying Krishna's arrangement because they're sincere persons. He's provided them the kind of association that they're now reviving their spirit to reinvest in those vows. My point is that vows are meant to be upheld. It's a little training that I received from a new brahmachari in the temple. And the saying goes like this. It's a really simple one. A man is only as good as his word. You heard something like that before? A man is only as good as his word. If you give your word, you keep your word. If you're not sure you can keep your word, don't give your word. But if you give your word, you keep your word. And that's the sign of integrity. So devotees don't take vows and don't mean it, but to maintain a vow takes some strength of commitment and integrity over a period of time. I'm emphasizing this because it's important. And Prabhupada didn't, when he gave initiations, he didn't emphasize it so much, the maintaining of vows. He emphasized more what's the dynamic, what's really going on. So I'm going to recite 2 verses that consistently Prabhupada spoke when he gave initiations. One is from the Upanishads, Manduka Upanishad. Tam vijnanartam sagurum eva avigashat samatpani shotriyam brahmanishtam, which means that person, tad vijnanartam, that person who wants to know, must take shelter of the Spirit, know the absolute truth, know the Supreme, know who you are, and know your relationship with the Supreme. That person wants to know that question, the answer to that question. It's imperative, avigashat. They must take shelter of the spiritual master. Samatpani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. In Upanishadic language, very terse, compact. It says, what's the qualification of the disciple, was the qualification of guru. Samatpani literally means firewood in hand. Samatpani. Just like Krishna and Sandipani Muni, the disciple of Sandipani Muni, along with Sudama, they went to get firewood. One is the son of a king, another is the son of a brahmana. So little boys, so as qualified as they were given some humble service to do for the sake of the service of the guru, just to assist the guru in their service. And that's the qualification of the function of a disciple, samatpani, menial service, humble service, whatever it is, big, small, and in between, humble service. And Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam, Shrotriyam means qualification of gurus, they've heard, and they're fixed, Nishtam, fixed in the knowledge of Brahman, fixed in transcendence. That's the right combination, guru and disciple combination. Yes? And another reference, similar but some nuances that are different. Prabhupada refers to a verse in the 11th canto Bhagavatam, chapter 3. It's where the Navayogendras descend on the yajna performed by Maharaj. And when they descend, Maharaj stops the yajna, which you're not supposed to do. Once you start the yajna, you don't stop. But he stopped because the exception was the rule. That these exalted personalities just came right in the middle of the yajna. So he stopped, stood, offered prayers to them, and asked a number of questions. And one of the questions is in relation to what we're doing today. Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttama Shabde Parechidishnatam Brahmani Upashamashrayam. So, Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta. Tasmat, therefore, something before. Therefore, Guru Prapadyeta, one must take shelter of the spiritual master. Jigyasu Shreya Uttama. Who is that person? They're inquisitive to know the ultimate Shreya Uttama, ultimate long-term benefit. That's spiritual perfection. Ultimate long-term benefit, Shreya Uttama. And then the qualification of the person who they can take shelter of to receive that benefit. Shabde Pare. Pare means transcendental, para. Shabde Pare, they've heard transcendental teaching. Shabde Pare, Cha Nishnatam. And they're fixed, firmly situated in that transcendental knowledge. They've heard, and they're fixed. And Brahmani Upashamashrayam, they've taken full shelter of the absolute truth. And that's the qualification of the spiritual master. And the qualification of the disciple is to be sincerely inquisitive to achieve the ultimate benefit, and then the same point of taking vows. Now, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are some persons who are taking part in this yajna who received initiation virtually. Yes? And now this is the yajna part of the virtual initiation. Is that correct? Yes? Some of you are sitting over there? Huh? Huh? What's going on? Okay. You still don't know what's going on, but that's okay. So, I'm going to request my disciple to come forward and to receive, take vows. Go first to Prabhupada's Vyasa.
Oh.
And then here. Now, I'm accustomed to somebody speaking something about the candidate for initiation. Is somebody prepared to do that? Somebody who knows our initiate, who can speak something? You want a microphone? You got extra microphones. Just sit down. Okay. Give it to him. This is a surprise. I forgot to mention it. So this is totally spontaneous.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Yeah, I haven't prepared anything, but I try to.
Go ahead. Take it away.
So, I know Prabhu for a few years. We met here in Singapore, and he's into the Krishna consciousness movement. He's introduced quite a few years in India itself, in Bangalore. He has a quite good association there with the disciples of Maharaj. And here, after coming here, he shown very quite enthusiastic, like he's very eager to associate with devotees, very regular in coming to temple program, especially in reading scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. He already, that's right, like when we met, we have connected on the common point of Maharaj quite very close, and we have actually encouraged each other a bit more with respect to reading books, I would say. And he's very service oriented also, so because that we together do service here in the temple and also in home programs. So he's very, very supportive, I would say. And in my life, I would Prabhu's association has helped me definitely, and I wish him that he continues to be inspiring and obedient and serve to Maharaj and Prabhupada.
My apology for the surprise. Last minute surprise. Okay, so now you ready for the vows? I've added one. There's two standard ones in this plan, I've added one. That makes three. So, the first one is, how many rounds will you chant minimum every day for the rest of your life? Okay? And the 4 rules that you'll follow. Okay, and for the rest of your life, you'll make your best effort to follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings, yes? Very good. Initiated name, Hamadara Rupa.
Haribo!
You're done? Okay, so just send it back to the yajna. So our pujari, our priest, you take it away. This man needs a microphone. We'll bring it back, don't worry. The name Haladara is the name of Balaram. Rupa means form. Haladara, Rupa, Das. I was asked to say it again because not everybody knows. Haladara, Rupa, Das. You like Balaram? Okay, please proceed.
So our humble request to everyone here, kindly to put your phone to silent or switch it off. We don't want to hear the phone ringing when we are chanting. So, people over there, please tell them to stop talking downstairs. Thank you. Please chant after me. Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yetsmare Pundarigaksham Sa Bhaya Bhayantara Suchihi Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yetsmare Pundarigaksham Sa Bhaya Bhayantara Suchihi Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yetsmare Pundarigaksham Sa Bhaya Bhayantara Suchihi Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Please follow. Namah Om Vishnu Adaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Romapada Goswamin Iti Namini Swaha 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 Namah Om Vishnu Adaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Swaha 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 Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini Swaha 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 Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namini Swaha 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 Shri Vrishabhanavi Devi Gayitaya Tripadaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Kayine Prabhave Namaha Swaha 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 Madhuryujvala Premadya Sri Upanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha 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 Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtaye Deenatharini Upanuga Virudapasiddhanta Dvanta Harini Swaha 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 Namo Gaura Ishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Asambodhi Padambujaya Te Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Upanuga Varayate Swaha 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 Gaura Virbhava Bhumistvam Nirdista Syajjana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarva Bhaumastri Jagannadaya Te Namaha Swaha Swaha Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanivyo Vaishnavivyo Namo Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura तुलसी नमः स्वाहा 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 पांचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तवतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकं स्वाहा 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 हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते स्वाहा 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 जयतं सुरतो पंगो मामा मंद मतर गतिः मत्सर्वस्व आदाम्बोजो राधा मदना मोहनो स्वाहा 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 दिव्य वृंदारण्य अल्प गुरुमदः श्रीमान रत्नंगार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमान राधा श्रीला गोविंदो देवो क्रिस्तालिभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि स्वाहा 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 श्रीमान रास रास रम्बी वंशीवात तथा स्थितः अशन्वेनो स्वनेर्गोपिर् गोपीनाद श्रीस्तुनः स्वाहा 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 तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानो ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये स्वाहा 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 श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद स्वाहा 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 हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे स्वाहा 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 हरे कृष्णा Mom, the bananas. So we urge all devotees present to give your heartiest blessings and well-wishing to His Grace Haladhara Rupa Das Prabhu, so that he can continue serving his in devotional service, do his Guru Seva, and serve in Srila Prabhupada's mission. Please chant after us. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidaya Cha Jagat Hidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidaya Cha Jagat Hidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidaya Cha Jagat Hidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. Place the bananas by the side of the fire. Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Om
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare